It's time now for the Nightly Report for this Thursday, June 10th, 1993. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Here's what's happening. The Boston Globe is to be sold to the New York Times Company under a $1.1 billion merger agreement approved by the boards of both companies in more than a century since its founding. The Globe has helped shape the identity of Boston and played a part in life in the nation as well. Galen Healthcare and Columbia Hospital merge a $4 billion deal that creates the nation's largest hospital chain. PepsiCo opening its first food center in Moscow subway under its exclusive contract to help food to feed 9 million daily riders. Progress in Olympia York's cross-border creditors dispute was reported by a court-appointed mediator. Minnesota mining and slower than expected sales growth will cause it to miss second quarter growth forecast. Siemens of Germany and a group of military contractors were recommended for a $25 million Los Angeles transit contract. Volkswagen's new production chief will not announce a new plan to Spain at a news conference as what they speculated.
It'll be 3 in Tampa, 4 in Baltimore. The Red Sox.
Helene Curtis shares plunged after the company said it expected to disappoint in first quarter sales and earnings. Ford said that a large transport plane was studying with European companies would meet with a good demand. Empire Blue Cross and Blue Shield supposed it was severance agreements that would cost the company about $2 million. MasterCard International will keep its headquarters in 450 jobs in Manhattan rather than move to Westchester County.
Nick Cafardo and Nick back with the Red Sox tonight is Will Middlebrooks, but you get the feeling Jose Iglesias is going to be part of the mix here.
The White House subtly turned up the pressure on the Federal Reserve not to raise short-term interest rates, suggestions that inflationary pressure to the economy remains weak. A version of President Clinton's proposal to put the federal government in the business of lending money directly to college students was approved by a Senate committee. Key New Jersey employees were brought from using blind trust in companies they cannot own to do business with the government at any level under an order by Governor Jim Florio. The Port Authority will earmark a large share of its purchase and budget for businesses owned by minorities and women. The U.S. ambassador to Japan said Japan's efforts would depict itself a free trade with propaganda that would stiffen the administration's negotiating resolve. The proposed American trade policy draws on elements from both the Bush and Clinton administrations.
Substance meets style.
Japan's chief economist said that the nation's economy would be deteriorating no further and that signs of recovery were in view. Germany broke it from the European community in the telecommunications deal, where the U.S. averted sanctions. But all hit a new low against the yen and an even brought, but the U.S. said it wanted to avoid a headlong sell-off. A big plunge in 300 shares sent the Dow Jones Industrial Average lower to 20.21 points to 3,491.72, a surprisingly large jump in May producer prices could undermine money managers who bet on low inflation. Crude oil prices fell to the lowest levels in almost 6 months after Kuwait rejected an OPEC agreement. The Chicago Board of Trade wants to create a marketplace for general scrap collectors by recyclers. The gain was made in an alliance against defamation hopes to promote tolerance with new ads. Stocks Dow Jones closed about 34.91.72 down 2021. Dow 106.16 yen down 29 yen. Oil 19.28 down 36 cents and about 6.87% down 0.1%. And that's going to be the announcement for this June 10th, 1993 on Thursday. I'm Peter Reception. You have a good night and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
I put the heavy hitter on your team.
Yep.